it's Royal Klein, and welcome back to another Supernatural review. And this is season 5, episode 7, The Curious Case of Dean Winchester. If you're new here, I do like a recap and review of every single episode of Supernatural, so let's get into it. Episode was a lot better than last episode, a lot better. And actually, right now, on like my top list of the season, it's at number 2, but it's not gonna stay there for long. I don't even know if it's gonna end up making the top 5 list in the end because I already know what next episode is. Very excited. I also wonder if this episode just felt better or like so good because last episode was so bad in comparison. Also, this episode like could have gotten bad really easily because it kind of reminded me of a lot of Supernatural episodes we've been seeing more recently, not like in the earlier seasons, which technically this is one of the earlier seasons, but at this time, you know, we're talking earlier seasons, season 1, season 2. I feel like some of the episodes that they've been doing more recently in season 4, maybe even later part of season 3, they kind of had the same style and like idea to it. And some of those like went bad, like they weren't as good, kind of thinking of like the magic episode and stuff like that. But they did this episode right. They did it right. I don't think it's like a perfect episode per se. Like, you know, I'm not going to say it's a perfect episode, but it was done right. And I can't think of like some ways to do it better. I mean, it was a cool idea to have it be, you know, with like future Dean. I don't know. What do you call him? Old Dean? Like, what do you call him? And I guess it kind of makes sense that like Bobby would come into play because Bobby, you know, wants to be younger. It did feel like Bobby was used a little bit, like too much, but maybe like, I don't know. It just was, it wasn't perfect the way that Bobby was used, and like it still angers me that he's like in a wheelchair because they're just dumb. He shouldn't be in a wheelchair. But it was funny to see Dean as like an old man, and like I think whoever they hired as an actor, because I think they hired an actor, they didn't just like do makeup on him, like, right? Yeah, unless I'm wrong. Man, maybe I'm like totally wrong. If I'm totally wrong and they just like did makeup on Dean, like comment below. But I think it was a different actor. I know, I should do my research, guys, I know. But the other actor, and I'm just gonna say it's the other actor in case it's, you know, whatever. Anyway, this old guy, sorry I'm calling you old, he did a good job. He did a good job with Dean and like his mannerisms, and I felt like a lot, like, you know, we have flashback episodes and there's different actors playing Dean. I feel like a lot of times they like pick up the man's mannerisms, and it's something that like, you know, when you're watching like SNL and they're what's the word, impersonating someone who's a real person, I feel like they kind of excel with that a little bit more than just coming up with a new character, because you can like watch a person and see how their mechanisms are and how they speak and how they move. Like if you know you're trying to do an impression of me, like I'm like this, I'm like whatever, I'm like all over the place, I'm like, hi, it's Ralph. So anyway, this actor did a really good job, you know, with his mechanisms. I said again as Dean. It was a witch, and I'm trying to think, like we had that witch episode in season 3, but we haven't seen witches that much and we haven't explored witches that much, and I think it makes sense as a witch. I mean, it was a little bit iffy, like the rules of like how it works with the whole poker thing. Also, I mean, like it was weird that that like woman wanted to like kill him, and the reason was, you know, because she was kind of given the same, well, not the same, but she was, you know, one age, and so like because of that it has anger from it, I guess. But it's like, this has been so long that like you're like, you want them to die now. That's why I'm saying it's not a perfect episode. It's not a perfect episode. But it's also crazy that like Sam won, like you didn't do anything special, like he actually won. And I'm someone who doesn't understand poker. Like, I'm sorry, like I've tried to play a few times, and really in the end it's like all about like, I guess, having a poker face. Like, I don't know, it's just like, it's like a luck thing and like trying to guess, and like I feel like they make it such a big thing in like movies and TV shows, like poker, like it's poker, when it's like really like, it's such a weird game that like people bet so much money on. I just like, I'm just not in it. I'm sorry guys, you know, hate on me below. But I think it was like a really funny episode, and it definitely was more episodic, and I think it was a good episode to have, and maybe it does just seem a lot better because of the episode before. So not too much to critique, as I said, like, you know, it's not a perfect storyline, it's not great, but this idea was a good idea that they had, and they went with it. And you know, sometimes they have good ideas that don't stuck, and I think they did a good job with this, so compliments to them. So we're gonna end it here, but yeah, it's kind of short video, you know, comment below what you think. I think I probably forgot a lot of things in this, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.